Hello, traders. A very good morning to every single one of you. Welcome to the Trading Cage, and this is where we beat the gold. So, today, Thursday, we are almost at the weekend, and let's see what gold has got in store for us. All right, so we have started a little bit late today because a lot of stuff happening right now, but it has been awesome. All right, so oh, look at that. I hadn't seen what had happened yet to our gold, but right now, ooh, that's nice. Okay, we've got some very good shorting options here. Hmm. All right, so here on our daily chart, we do know for sure that we've got support here at that trigger candle and at this last structure. All right. What has been happening right now is price went over to that 50% of the last retraction. Okay, so went right there. And then it tested up, tried to break through that 50%, couldn't do it yesterday. Ended up closing below its 50%. So today's candle opened up testing up and has already broken through yesterday's minimals, grabbing all that liquidity that was below candle 59. So we do not have this channel here anymore. We can take that out. We don't have that, and we don't have that. This Fibonacci here can go. This one can stay. We have got support here. We have got support resistance here at 4476. And now we can see here at 15 minutes that market is a bit sideways, so it's consolidating in that region. It has tested down to this region here and couldn't break through. So we've got to find on lower time frames where exactly price is hitting in that region that it hasn't been managing to break through it. It could actually be these two tops here. No, it's not that. Not yet. Okay, so it's not that. Candle 57 did close above these two um, wicks here for candle 257 and 259. Uh, sorry, 257 and candle 1. But it's not that that's holding the price. So we're gonna look for this on the lower time frames. All right. Um, 2 seconds. Let me say this here. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Okay. So on the 1 hour candle, on the 1 hour chart, sorry, we have got market coming down. Okay, breaking through yesterday's minimals, so it's accelerated there, and then it pretty much consolidated in this region. So we do know that we have support in this region here, but then we've got to find out exactly what is holding the price in here. So easiest way of doing that is putting a line right there. So we've got, yeah, this structure here. What else? Let us, okay. So we got this structure here on the 1 hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a lower time frame to figure out exactly what's holding that up, okay? What's holding that support. But we've got trigger candles here, trigger candle 17 here, who's been holding. this price on candle 78. Um, right now, candle 84 is trying to come back up. It has broken through our trend line that we had in here. Right now, we don't have a trend line yet in here, um, but we may have a channel coming down. Let me have a look at that. It doesn't quite look like a channel structure in here, so that's not it. Price came over to the 50%, couldn't hold it. So we are waiting for this price. I'm gonna bring another Fibo in so we can figure out exactly what are the intentions of these big players. Okay, so we still have a bit of gap to go in there. So 50% is exactly here. So we still have a bit of space for the market to drop. Of the last movement up, we have this movement, and that is below that 50. It is above this one, but is below the other one. So we've got to be very careful on what we do here, um, because this market, it seems like it can come down. But again, at the moment, it could be just a correction on the 50% before it continue on its way up, okay? So market came down, made this movement, and then it went to the 50 to correct. It corrected in that region. So you can see here where is support, it's resistance for the price. So price went in there, uh, tried to get into that structure, couldn't do it, broke through this structure here. At the moment, we still have higher highs and higher lows, okay? So market hasn't broken through this structure just yet, this low. So since it hasn't broken through this low yet, it could still be on a uptrend, but right now it's just consolidated in that bottom region. So it doesn't tell us much, okay? It's not a very good region to be trading right now because consolidating in there. But let's see if we can find on the lower time frames what we could do on this market. On the 15 minutes, we can see the structure here, um, pretty much below that 50, above these lines there. I'm gonna put that line in here again. Only 1 hour, I think it's set pretty much there. Okay, all right, pretty much there. So on the 15 minutes, we've got that there. Price has broken through that trigger candle 54, but lately we have been getting the gold's a bit weird. Before it was respecting trigger candles, and then every time it broke through a trigger candle, you could basically buy or sell. At the moment, what gold's doing is it gets in the trigger candle, and then all of a sudden it comes back down. So it's not respecting trigger candles as it used to do before. Okay, so we got to be extra careful when we're trading um, with that. We can use that as confluence, but we need to be very careful with it so price doesn't come back down and bite us. All right. Um, if I put this one here, I've got that 50 there, so price can't break through that 50. 50% of the day is just above. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I'm not gonna trade in this region, okay? Um, it's not giving us any healthy movements. So if it doesn't give us any healthy movements, there's no point of us trying to get into a trade just to put capital at risk. Look at that, it's pretty consolidated here above this support. Um, it's confirming a pullback to the highs here right now. Um, if it does give us an opportunity, we might do something, but we are very close to that 50% there of the movement. It's confirming pullback to the highs right now. All right, so candle 174 confirming pullback to the highs. We've got trigger candle here 169. Who could 164? Who could hold that price? And 161 to the left. We've got those trigger candles there who could hold that price as well. So we have the market coming down, then it slowly comes back up and then makes a pullback on, let's see if it's on that 50%. I don't believe it is. It's above. Is it? I know it's on the 50%. So it corrects on the 50% here and then comes back up and then gets pushed down by sellers. See, every time that sellers gets on the price, there's a very big push and then it slowly comes back up and then you see big push. It slowly comes back up, big push. Then it corrects itself and then pushes down once again. Try to correct in here into the 50% of that movement there and then push back down again. So candle 170 did clear out all the inefficiency here from candle 166. Candle 174 did not manage to break through that 50%, which tells us that it has not completed its journey to confirm that pullback. Now big push from sellers once again. So little bit difficult to trade today in that region there. And when it's too complicated, sometimes it's better to do nothing. Doing nothing is part of not losing money. So candle 175 came down, grabbed the liquidity below 173. Let's see if this price tries to push it back up once again. While it does that, I'm just gonna have a look at some other markets here for a second. Let's say, okay. All right. So, how are you guys? Good morning. Sushi Art, how are you? Sushi Art. Okay. Somebody owns a sushi shop. Is that it? Is that right? Did I guess right? All right. So, candle 175, look at that. Okay, so very big push up right now, above 50%, but we still have got 3 minutes to go. It's not gonna allow us to get into that trade. We got to be very careful in this region here. Candle 175 has gone through the region of the trigger candle 164 once again. So we got to be very careful not to get into any trades here who could give us trouble. I forgot to pray this morning. I should have prayed. Oh, Bonnie. How are you, Bonnie? Good to have you here, brother. You told me that you were going to be here today, so that's good. Well, let's see if the market gives us anything to trade. If it does, we'll try to get something. We can't expect like very big movements right now. Um, but if it does show us something around 500 points of target, we could actually get into a trade like that. Okay. Not expecting very big trades today. With the market consolidated like that, um, unless we're waiting to on the opening of the American market. Yesterday, the opening of the American market was really bad. Was really sideways. Um, then went up, then went down, didn't do anything specific. Um, we still managed to sell. I was looking for buys, but it ended up giving us a sell. So we sold on a short trade and got 1,200 points out of the gold, which is okay. Um, but that's all the market gave me yesterday during the opening of the American market. We had already gotten through, I think, it was 1,600 points in the morning during our live, and then I got another 1,200, so I was happy with that. I was like, oh, come on, I'll just keep this at it as it is instead of trying to do too much stuff onto it. Okay, cool. So we've got a doji on candle 174 now, 175 um, is pretty much a doji just before, and then we've got sellers pushing through. So we've got 50% of this movement here, pretty much there. Um, so the market is undecided on where it's going right now. We do have trigger candles holding this price here on the 5 minutes, but that's all that's happening really. Nothing that's going to show us any direction for a good trade. We're almost getting into the end of the month as well, so the end of the month price gets a bit stuck because a lot of people are actually taking off their trades and putting money in their pockets. So it gets a little bit weird. Hmm. Brazilian market, the dollar opened up with a very big gap, a very big gap, above 50% of the daily. Oh, oh man, we might see this dollar melt today. This is really weird. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's see how this thing is going to play out. I believe dollar is down today. It's going to be coming down. Hmm, we can't trade that. True. It's just consolidated sideways, while the gold is also sideways. So we've got everything that I trade here. I've got dollar. I've got EBOV, which is the Brazilian index. Here is also sideways. So can't do anything about that one. And the gold is sideways. Maybe we should start looking at other markets to trade. We'll look at Nasdaq. No, we're not going to be looking at Nasdaq. We're going to be looking at the gold. Only gold. Only gold. Let's have a look. Just sorting out a couple of things here. All right. So our gold is sideways. Okay, it's moving in between this 50%. It hasn't confirmed pullback to the highs. It's testing trigger candle 171 right now. We can't do much. Sorry, guys. I teach every day some of you that we shouldn't trade in regions like this. So if I tell you that we'll be trading right now, I would be going against everything that I believe in. Um, so, oh, hang on. Okay, so we got very big push from candle 176 here, but we can't just buy right now. Okay, so just we've got to wait. Let's wait. Patience pays the trader. All right. So on here on the 15 minutes, we can see that the price is getting into the minimums of candle 36 here, of this trigger candle 36 to the left. It's pretty much at the resistance, okay? So we could do a couple of things. We could take the risk of buying here, hoping that price will break through, okay? Because right now it is confirming the pullback with a stop below. But there is a high possibility that this price could come back and just stop us, okay? On the overall market, price is on a low trend at the moment, and we would be trying to go against the trend. So to do that, we would have to do only a small scalp. But there's nothing showing us that we have enough liquidity to come back up. All right, so we've got a very strong support below. And then we've got a very strong resistance just up above. So a little difficult, not a very good place to take a risk. Look at that, it has confirmed, but we're looking at what? We're looking at 1500 points of stop. Is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. What do you guys think? Because the maximum we could get out of this trade, um, we would be talking about 1000 points maybe. I'm not gonna buy in there, okay? It's too close to the sugar candles and too much pressure from sellers. I'm gonna leave it. It might go there, okay? But it may not. So let's wait for it to break through. Unfortunately, this price is too messed up around this region here. Unfortunately, well, we don't have to click every day anyways. Market doesn't show us, doesn't design the operation. We'll just leave it alone for a while. Okay, so market consolidated. Big pressure from sellers at the same region. See, so it's trying to leave a doji here on the 15 minutes. It might not break through. All right, so candle 177 is still testing down. All right, so sorry guys, for now, nothing to do. Market is stuck. There's nothing we can talk about the gold. Okay, so it's a bit boring. The market today, so there's not much reading I can do for you guys. All right, even though I love to be a bit more active on my readings. Um, Unfortunately, with the market sideways, we can't do much at all. Okay, we've got to wait for the market to move and show us some movements that we can actually track. All right, candle 177 is coming down once again to test this 50%. On the 1 minute, we've got very small movements here. Um, so price hasn't been able to break through these trigger candles below. If price can't go up, it's going to have to come down. So I'm not going to sell above 50%, okay? Um, this here could be just a inefficiency grab. All right, so see, it could be just an inefficiency grab. Candle 178 is coming down to clear all that inefficiency that candle 177 created, generated in there. So a little difficult. We could get in trouble either way that we do here today. We could get in trouble. So I don't want to be getting in trouble at all. Look at that. All right. So here on the 1 minute, we can see that 885 has gone through and reached those triggers to the left once again, the trigger candles around 878, also 852 and 854. So little difficult here. Oh, the Brazilian market. This Brazilian market's gonna. Oh, bugger. Why does it do that? I don't know why it does it do that. It's just playing around today. Difficult today. Consolidated, went to the minimals, took my trade and came back and took me out. So it's all good. I was on break even, so that's fine. So as I said before, look at that. We have got Kindle 178 pretty much clearing all the inefficiency that Kindle 177 generated. So what do we do? Right now, big push from sellers. There's no liquidity in this market today, guys. I'm not gonna click, okay? I'm so sorry about this. It's just not a very good day to be taking risk with the gold right now. Not a very good day at all. All right. So candle 178 is trying to come back to the minimals. It went there, cleared most of the inefficiency, um, but it hasn't done quite a bit. All right, so candle 178 now coming to stop the guys who bought at these movement here. Okay, so it has cleared the inefficiency there. I'm just not gonna sell. We don't have enough space for this price to come right now. Um, we have a very strong support here in this region, and then all of a sudden, um, we have trigger candles just below this 50%. So there's not enough space for a good trade. On the 15 minutes, we can see what has been happening. All right. So not a lot that could be done. Candle 178 hasn't broken through. I mean, it closed right. No, it didn't. No, it closed on the minimum of candle 177. It is highly consolidated. What I'll do is I will see if we can map this price on the 15 minutes here to see what could happen on the opening of the American market. Okay. So right now we know a couple things. Um, we are just above the support, okay? So we're just above support, and we have got a whole bunch of liquidity below here, all right? A whole bunch of liquidity in this region. Price is on a downtrend, okay? So if I do this, so we've got this trend line here that could come quite low. All right, guys. So, we have a lot of liquidity below here, and we have a lot of liquidity generated on top here of this movement, okay? So, this price to break through the minimals where you want to go, it's gonna have to come and grab liquidity above, okay? So at the moment, the way I see it, okay, I could be wrong. I don't believe I am. The way I see it, we are going to have to stop one of the sides before it actually moves to the other one. So if we see on the opening of the American market that this price comes down, grabs the liquidity, and then comes back inside of the structure, that's a very good option to buy and go long, okay? We don't want to be going long for too long in here in the structure. We could go as high as 50% of the day, okay? But that's a very good trade. Or it could go the other way around. It could come stop these guys here at 50% of the day and bring price back down. On the daily chart, this is a market on a downtrend, okay? We still have space here until these lows here. Okay, so it could well come down to this region here. All right. So let's just see how much it will actually do of a movement on the next half an hour to see what it's going to do. Price is getting pushed down right now, but with a very difficult move. Okay, we see prices not breaking through, a lot of weak either sides. So best thing to do right now is wait for the price to actually stop one of the sides. If it comes back inside the structure, then you can go long. If it does stop these guys here, then you could short the market, okay? If it comes back inside the movement. If it doesn't, then wait for it to break through, make a pullback. I'm just going to draw this here as I do every day. So if price breaks through here, comes down, and then comes back inside of the structure, next candle will have to test, and then you can go long until about here. Okay, just pay attention to these trigger candles here to the left. Okay, so you can make sure if price is going to break through that or not. But at the moment, with low liquidity, it could well do that. The other one is if it comes here, oh, it doesn't break through support, and then it comes back up, wait for it to stop. It might stop these guys here at 50% of the day and then bring price back down into the movement, okay? If it does these tests and goes back up, then we're going long, okay? Because then we're looking at a price into the region of 50%, which is up above here. If it does that, if it comes back inside the structure, then just wait for it to break through, sell, and go short until the minimals, okay? So you have two options here of what the American market may draw up for us today. We do have that trend line coming down there. If price does go around there, that could be resistance for the price as well, okay? So, Rafael, not a good day. To tell you the truth, um, Rafaela is not a good day to trade at all. Price is very consolidated, so not very good. But thanks for your question. All right. Price trying to break through that 50 right now. Does need to go grab liquidity since it hasn't managed to do that, but we've got trigger candles here and support just below. So price is a little bit difficult today. I am not going to be trading that movement, okay? I'll let it go. If the opening of the American market brings a lot of liquidity in, then I'll be looking at doing something on this market. But right now, it's just not showing us what it wants to do. All right. On the 15 minutes, price is pretty much on the trigger candle 48 and 49. So nothing that I would like to get into right now. This looks like a lot of trouble, and I have plenty of troubles in my life. It's called employees, it's called businesses, it's called work. So a lot of troubles already. I don't need one more. Guys, it's 9:58. Nothing may happen right now. So I hope that today you guys can just take it easy, okay? If it doesn't show exactly clear intentions on the market, don't do anything. Don't put your money at risk, okay? Don't waste money on a market that doesn't want to pay you. That's the best thing I can tell you today. Rafaela, have you ever done a live stream on the basics of day trade? If so, could you provide the link? No, I'm gonna be loading up um some videos on my YouTube channel about the basics. I haven't done that yet. Sorry, girl. But I'll sort that out for you, okay? I'll see if on next week I can actually get some time and then record a live um and load it up on the YouTube. All right, guys, I do have to go. 10 o'clock. Market stuck. There's no point of us just being here trying to click. Okay, just be careful. Okay, be calm. If the market wants to pay us, it will pay. But just take it easy. Don't do anything stupid. Don't lose money in the end of the month. Okay, we've got to close the month with good um our good takes in our pockets because now is the time to draw the money up and then spend it. We've got 4 days to go and pretty much 2 days to go for the month. So it's time to make sure that the money we made stays in our pocket. Guys, thank you very much. This has been the Trading Cage. This is where we beat the gold, and do not forget to um, and do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and share this content with your friends. Okay, so we can have some more guys here looking at this together with us. All right, I'll catch you soon, and I will see you tomorrow. You have a lovely day.